Good morning, everyone. Thank you. I got that immediate feedback. So folks are awake, folks are here, that's a good thing. It is great to be back on the GEOINT Symposium stage. It is awesome. I hope everyone's having a great symposium so far. Are you? All right. I certainly know I am. I gotta tell you, I thought yesterday was just terrific. PDD and I Dixon, Vice Admiral Sharp, I thought they just provided a great backdrop for the whole symposium. Their remarks were spot on, from talking about integrity, data assurance, data efficacy, Dr. Dixon's challenge to all of us to not only innovate, but to also deliver trusted capabilities. Spot on. It's also really good to be back in St. Louis. I miss this city. I used to come out here a lot. Wore my cardinal reds. I thought we'd be celebrating today. Still, we are fans. We are with them all the way. How about a hand for the Cardinals? I mean, 17 straight to get to that wild card playoff. That's worth a lot. So great to be back. Great to be on the stage. Folks still streaming in. So before we get to the main event this morning, got a few things I'd like to say. You know, we've been through a lot since we've been on a GEOINT Symposium stage. Who would have thought a pandemic? Well, okay, the intelligence community did talk about the fact that it could certainly happen. But, you know, I just think it's been an incredible time of change. And it's been hard for a lot of us. It's been difficult for a lot of us, both as individuals, as parents, as grandparents, siblings, sons and daughters, and the workforce. I mean, it's been hard, a lot of change. We are resilient, we are here, we are back. And I'd just like to congratulate all of us for making it here today, for sticking together as a community and knowing that pandemic's not over. We've learned a lot of lessons and we are moving forward. Round of applause for all of us. I'd also say that we're probably even a little more interconnected as we've all learned about Zoom and WebEx and Meetup and Google Hangout and you name it. We've become more interconnected, we've become more efficient, our standards have improved, and our partnerships have continued to grow. And partnerships in this community are so very important. Collaboration and unity between industry and government has been and should continue to be paramount to the growth of our community. Dr. Dixon spoke about this yesterday. And many of you have long realized that the importance and inherent power of the whole being greater than the sum of the parts, I think, again, has been made much more true over the past year and a half. Both the public and private sectors bring some of the world's brightest talent, most innovative technologies, outstanding thought leadership. And so we need to be continuing to work together to, again, make the whole more than the sum of the parts. Mindset extends to academic partnerships. I have been just so excited to see so many students here over the last 2 days, meeting folks from all across the country and around the world. The future is bright. I feel good about the future talking with so many students because the future is paved by our youth. And igniting a love for geospatial in the classroom can only yield more creative and, you know, let's face it, probably a little more agile future problem solvers of our increasingly complex world problems, whether it's the climate crisis, securing cyberspace, and everything in between. I hope you saw that in the innovative tradecraft competition yesterday. I will tell you, I had the hardest time picking among the 4, but a big congratulations to Sam Leung and White Space. Well done. And on the academic front, NGA Director Bob Sharp and Kristen Sobolik, the Chancellor of the University of Missouri of St. Louis, signed a new education partnership agreement. And later today in the Enlightenment Hub, we will be recognizing the accreditation of the University of North Georgia and the University of Southern Cal Geospatial Intelligence Programs of Study. So we continue to add more and more schools. I was also particularly pleased to see this year's USGIF scholarship winners announced last month. The foundation awarded scholarships to 3 doctoral candidates, 6 graduate students, and 12 undergraduate students. Also awarded was the Ken Miller Scholarship for Advanced Remote Sensing Applications and the RGI Scholarship for Geospatial and Engineering Studies. These 23 students, or I'd like to say future GEOINT leaders, represent just a small fraction of the talent pipeline that is necessary to sustain and fuel our industry moving forward. I do hope that when the USGIF begins its scholarship campaign next month, this community will once again support the foundation with scholarship contributions. And I'm sure you will, so I'll give you that challenge. So, from startups to large businesses, universities to government organizations, we have such an incredible opportunity to expand our boundaries on all sides and exceed the limits we once thought were impossible to surpass. Even though the complexities can be overwhelming to any newcomer, fostering ethical, transparent, and long-lasting relationships amongst all of us in this room is really necessary for the growth of our community, which is all about our nation's security. Whether it's the strategic, operational, or tactical knowledge that the warfighters need, or really, for our very future, we need to continue to work together. So, probably no better time to be talking about unity between government, industry, and academia than right here at the symposium. We're all well represented. And no time better than the present, really. There is no time better than right now to cultivate these new relationships, as well as nurture long-standing ones. You know, it's been tough as we've been doing all these Zoom meetings, all these virtual meetings. You're not having those little hallway conversations or networking coffees or networking receptions. So right now at the symposium, take advantage of it. And not only take advantage of really working those relationships, but the ability that you have to be exposed to new technologies, to new ideas. I mean, I had such a good time out on the exhibit hall floor yesterday. I hope everyone is spending time out there. Although spend time in here watching the main stage events, plenty of time for networking and walking about on the floor. So, you know, after all, this symposium is discovery and connections. So discovering new relationships, connecting with old, connecting with new, and obviously discovering new technologies. All right, so let me switch gears a little bit and focus on what's happening today. So in addition to the main stage, which after Dr. Scalise and then the JADC2 panel, you may have seen we have a very special guest to wrap up this morning's events here on the main stage. We also have a host of panels, keynotes, and lightning talks in the 5 programming hubs this afternoon. So check your app. There is an app for that. Check your app and you'll find everything that's going on. And when you're out in the exhibit hall, make sure you are looking for and entering into the event app the 4-digit GeoHunt codes hidden throughout the hall. Pretty tough set of competitors out there, so if you are lagging behind, I'm urging you, catch up.